Hey everybody, welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. It's me, Mr. Neil. I'm on episode 3, Turnabout Big Top. It's part 3 of the case, and it's the second day of investigation. And with that, let's jump right in. December 29th, 3:03 p.m., Wright & Company Law Offices.
Nick,
What is it?
I've got a confession to make. I'm terrible at figuring out magic tricks.
Magic tricks?
Yep, magic tricks are by their very definition tricks, right? But I can never figure out the tricks when I see them.
That's because the tricks are performed by pros. They do it so you can't guess the trick.
But I thought tricks were for kids. The trick Pearlie showed me was incredible.
Pearl did a magic trick? What kind of trick was it?
Let's see. It looked like she pulled the end of her own thumb off.
Huh.
First she put her right thumb next to her left hand, and then it just separated.
She could move it up and down and everything. It was incredible. Really? Was it kind of like this?
Wow! How'd you do that? Nick, you're like a real magician. See, this is why I just can't figure out magic. I'm no good at it. Especially hard tricks like flying away from the scene of a murder.
You'll take all the fun out of magic if you keep trying to figure it out. Alright, so where do we go first? Let's go to the detention center. December 29th, detention center visitors a room.
Oh heavens to Murgatroyd! You mind hurrying up and getting me out of this place?
We're doing our best, Max. Just hang in there.
A little while ago, some people from a local TV station came by. And since I'm a famed magician, they said, let's make you your very own TV special. Really? What kind of TV special? Maximilian Galactica, the Great Prison Escape. It would be aired live. Hey, that sounds like it would be an awesome special. But if I do the special before I'm acquitted, they'll never let me out of here for real.
Well, it would surely be an unnecessary addition to your troubles with the law.
That's what I was thinking, but the production staff is already working on the show even. If you don't get me out quick, I'll have no choice but to stage a real prison break.
You seem awfully calm about that possibility.
I'd have no choice. It would be a contractual obligation. That's the show business, even.
Okay. Night of the murder. The night of the crime. You didn't happen to fly off into the sky, did you?
Heavens to Murgatroyd, no. Here's how everything went down, sweetie. At the time of the murder, I was sitting in the ringmaster's room. Not to mention, flying off into the sky is not just something I can do at will. I don't care what a stoogey clown says. It wasn't me. Max, do you mind teaching me the trick behind flying? You'll have to forgive me, sweetie. The difference between me and cheap imitation magicians is that I keep my mouth shut.
That's not what happened in the last video.
I don't teach people tricks, but I will say this much. It's much harder to do than you think.
Alright.
I was thinking about this in court today. I've got a favor to ask of you. Anything for you, sweetie. Be friends with the other performers in the circus. Fabulous. A great joke. Why would I be friends with a bunch of hacks like them? But I've won the world. I've won on the world stage. I've won the International Grand Prix even.
International Grand Prix?
Performers should always look to perform on the world stage. But the performers at the circus are completely and utterly devoid of ambition even. That is something I can simply not tolerate.
Ambition, huh?
Something about what Max just said rings true to my ears.
Stuttering.
Oh my sweeties want to hear about the Grand Prix, don't they? To be honest though, I've told this story like 100 times already, so it's a bit boring even.
We're sorry to make you tell it again.
You must have not heard me. I am really sick of telling this story. But what can I do? What can I do? I'm Maximilian Galactica. I suppose I can tell it again. Voila! Here, take a look at this. It just happens to have a picture from the Grand Prix with me even. Just look at that fabulous stage. That is the first stage that I ever flew on. I flew right over the audience even. The crowd erupted into applause. At the time, I thought to myself that I could die right then and die a happy man. I'll never forget how I felt that night. The emotions, the acclaim even. Wow. By the way, I think everyone who is a performer should get to experience that feeling. I just wish I could explain that to the other people in the circus. That's incredible, Max. I want a trophy too. Hey, Nick, how about you buy me a trophy?
That's not how you earn a trophy, Maya. You don't get trophies by participation.
My sweeties, you can have this picture of my triumph. Just make sure you show it to all the other members of the circus. Look and learn even. That's what you should tell them.
Learn how to get thrown in jail? Grand Prix photo added to the court record. Okay, let's have a look at that again. Okay, the bunny girls, nice. Oh, there's a bust there of Galactica, right there on the center right. That will be key later. For now, let's get a move on. The circus entrance. December 29th, Berry Big circus entrance.
You hear that? It sounds like two people arguing.
How did I do his voice? Alright, Mac. Let's do it. Are you ready?
Yes,
wait. Quit your whining. Let's just give this a shot already. Alright, let's go. Row, row, row your boat. Row, 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 row your boat. What are you doing? Gently down the stream. Come on. You know that.
I'm trying my best, but Trillo, this just isn't working.
Do you enjoy saying dumb things? You're gonna have to be on your own someday. If you can't handle something as simple as this, what are you gonna do then?
Hello, Ben. Hello to you too, Trillo.
What are you doing here, Mac? Can't you see we're on a secret crash training course?
I'm sorry. Secret crash training? Whoa. Yes, Trillo wouldn't give up until I said we'd try out his idea for a new routine. So we were trying to sing in a round for our new ventriloquism act. See, the nice thing about Ben is that I can stammer over the lines, and it's actually how he talks. In a round? You can really do that? That's incredible.
See? Even they're surprised by the idea. I told you.
They're not the only ones. They're not the only ones. You even surprised me with your idea.
Once we've got a grip on the basics, then it's just a matter of practice.
Yeah, you ow, 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 ow. You think so? Ow, 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 ow. Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to give you this back. I wanted to give this back to you.
Ah, there it is. Now that I've got the ring back, it's time to take one more shot at Regina. I'm gonna show her some wood.
No, we gotta talk to this dummy. Okay, I know that you already testified in court.
You want to talk about what we saw, right?
Yeah?
Well, at first we thought it was the old man. Just looking at his walk and how he acted, right, Ben?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But then we said hello and didn't even get a reply. Not to mention he was draped in those gaudy symbols.
What would you have thought if he wasn't wearing those symbols?
What do you think, Ben?
What? I would have thought it was the ringmaster. Something just isn't adding up here. I wonder who they really saw. With a question mark. When you say "I wonder," that's subject and predicate right there. You end the sentence with a period, not a question mark. I hate modern writers. Anyway, I was hoping I could ask you about Regina.
I'm completely serious about her. That's why I'm waiting for her even now.
Waiting for what? For her to turn 18? Really? That's so sweet. No, it's disgusting. But if you really wanted to see Regina, shouldn't you check out the tent?
I'm pitching my own...
Oh, I'm not even going to finish that.
You haven't got a clue about things, do you, sweetheart?
Huh?
Waiting like this is part of being in love.
How so?
If you had a clue, you would know that waiting is such sweet, wonderful torture. When your body aches for your partner's love, that's one of the best parts.
Yeah, I knew that. Poor Maya. She's so red she looks like a vine-ripe tomato. So how is this new routine working out?
Will you two just take a chill pill already? Our routines are secret. We're going to take the ventriloquism world by storm. It'll be a real revolution.
That sounds incredible.
But let me make one thing clear. We're not going to take on the world just because that jerk said we should.
That jerk?
Max Galactica. Performer should aim for the world. Who does he think he is?
Trillo, you seem to be really fired up about all this.
He needs to realize that he isn't the only one who can conquer the world stage.
You're right. You're right.
Mark my words, I, Triloquist, will win the Grand Prix.
You're the man now, doll.
Jesus. Row, row, row your boat will be the key to glorious victory.
Not to rain on your parade, but wouldn't a more mature song be best?
Hey, you got to start somewhere, right? Don't screw this up. You got to be a part of this too.
Okay. Should we present stuff now? Would you mind taking a look at this? I guess we won't need... I guess we won't need you to look at this after all. Oops. No. Would you mind... Oh. No, that's not gonna... Alright, I guess we're done here. Let's go to the lodging house. December 29th, Lodging House Plaza. Oh, great. One gruff voice to another.
Oh, it's you two.
You look like you just got hit by a truck. Shouldn't you get some rest?
I'm not taking a rest right now, pal. I've been listening to some crazy clown's life story. Miss Von Karma told me to come down here and do this for her.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Let me tell you something, pal. Listening to that old clown sucks all your energy. Every time he's done talking, he looks at you like you should be doing something.
I think he's waiting for you to laugh at his jokes.
I know that, pal. Do you have any idea how much your face hurts if you fake laughing that much?
Franziska really set you up bad this time, didn't she? If you ask me, she should be listening to Mo herself.
No way, pal. You're not gonna get me to backbite a woman with a whip. No way.
Why are you defending her?
Prosecutor Von Karma's always got her eye on us. And every time you Every time you definitely don't want her to show up, poof, there she is. Don't show up, don't show up, don't show up, don't show up, don't show up. Looks like she wound him up pretty tight. She's directly above us as we speak.
Huh? How's that possible?
According to the clown, the culprit jumped from here and disappeared into the sky. If that's what happened, it means the killer passed right by the window, pal.
Oh, I see. Who lives in that room behind the window up there?
The acrobat's got his room up on the 3rd floor, it seems. Pretty soon, Miss Von Karma's going to start her investigation up there. So don't get any ideas of going up to the acrobat's room. Got it, pal?
Franziska Von Karma.
Once she's done with her investigation, I think I'll go up there and check it out myself. Looks like we're done here. Back to the circle. Oh, let's go to Mo's room. December 29th, lodging house, 1st floor, Mo's room. Mo's not here.
If he was here, you would have been able to tell even before you stepped into his room. I'm sure you would have heard him laughing away. What do you think he is laughing at when he's all by himself? I always thought he was just thinking up new jokes.
He must really love his work. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything new here. There's shoes, Mo's got an excellent pair of pajamas laid on his bed in an excellent manner.
They're not actually pajamas, they're actually costumes. I guess you could say they're professional sleepwear.
Okay, I don't see anything new, so let's get the hell out of here before the clown comes back. Back to circus entrance. Move to the Big Top. December 29th, Berry Big Circus, Big Top.
Where's Regina?
I don't know. But if she's with that tiger, I don't want to find out. Let's hurry up and get out of here.
Oh, Nick. You're kind of a chicken, aren't you?
No. I'm just allergic to wild tigers.
Somebody's chicken. Cheep, 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 cheep.
Okay, let's get out of here. Is there anything in here? Big Top Ringmaster's room.
Max and the Ringmaster had their talk in this room.
That could have been when the Ringmaster put on Max's costume and went outside.
Why'd he do that anyway? Was it really that cold or something?
Yes. I don't see anything new in here. Already got that. Did we ever look at this piece of paper that we pointed out?
You may not know this, but they call this a tailcoat.
And they call this the face of someone who already knew that.
What?
A scrap of white paper is sticking out of the coat pocket.
Huh? Where?
Calm down, Maya. You can't just go rummaging through people's coats.
Oh. You always make me feel like I'm doing something wrong.
Alright. Deja vu. Back to the Big Top. Okay, now the cafeteria. December 29th, Big Top Cafeteria. Right. Welcome to the wonderful, the fabulous, the cafeteria. Yikes. He's in an awfully good mood. Alright. You know what time it is? Riddle time. Why does everyone cry when they eat Mexican pizza? Come on, you can answer this. It's easy. Because cafeteria and Mexican pizza is possibly a weapon of bowel destruction? Wrong. Try again. Okay, what do you think, girlie?
I got it.
Okay, what's your answer?
Because they are in the cafeteria.
Exactly. It's an incredibly sad place, the cafe.
I did it.
What's going on? He's being too nice. Alright. Okay, clown. Today's been a really crazy day, hasn't it? You're telling me. I didn't think it was going to be so tough. Tough? Yeah, it was a tough crowd. That's what you call a crowd that refuses to laugh. For instance, it was such a tough crowd this morning, I had to smash watermelons. You Gallagher? I told them all a great story and even greater jokes, but no one busted out laughing. You even used the famed no shoes, no shirt, no surface joke. Exactly. How can you not laugh at stunning comedy like that? Are you 100% sure about your testimony today? I saw what I saw. I swear, that creep just flew through the air. It wasn't exactly flying per se. It was more like floating. That silhouette of his face made me positive it was Max. I don't see a Cyclock. He must be telling the truth. Should we present some evidence? What can you tell us about Pepper? Sorry, but I don't know anything about that. I see. After all, I'm just a clown. I concede Mo's a clown, but I get the feeling he's not your average clown. Ah, not this picture. He showed it to you guys too? He showed it to you guys too? Huh? You've seen it as well? Well, you know what they say about Maximilian Galactica. He really gets around. Shut up. Oh yeah. He didn't just show me the picture. What do you mean? He showed me his bust too. Let me tell you, that thing is enormous. It's in the picture, I think. He'd make us worship it every day. He made us bow to his greatness. He's got a big bust? I wouldn't mind hearing more about Max's bust. Not that I'm into that sort of thing. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Okay. Does that open up a new conversation? Yes, it does. Max's bust should be on that small table over there. There's nothing over there. Really? Oh, yeah. What was it? I'd say about 5 days ago, all of a sudden, the bust disappeared. It disappeared? If you want to see it, there's a photo on the bulletin board over there. Max just had to put the picture up. Hey, this thing is really cool. Nick, I want someone to make a bust of me. Sure, as long as I'm not paying for it. Aw, nobody wants to see my bust. Max G. Bust added to the court record. Is there anything else that's changed about this place? Nope, nothing's changed that I can see. I wonder if he's actually thinking about this, or if he's setting up a bad joke. Nope. I'm drawing a blank here. The Quiet Mo is a good Mo in my book. I guess there really aren't any other things that have changed, huh? Well, there is this one teensy tiny thing that does seem different. Tell us. Well, on the morning of the crime, over on the bulletin board, this piece of paper was posted front and center. Piece of paper? It's torn, so I don't know what it said, but I could see its title. Yikes! It says, "To the murderer." Murderer? Zoinks! Yup, that's what it says, but the rest of it has been ripped off. And I don't know who posted it. When did you find this? The morning before the murder. Before the murder? Yes, the ringmaster was killed the night after the paper was discovered. Who in the world posted this thing? Note added to the court record.
Nick, I think we'd better follow up on this important lead. Okie doke. Let's get a move on. To the big top. To the circus entrance. Back to... What am I doing? Move. Back to the lodging house. Mo's room? Well, there's really only one person available to talk to. Oh, I know where to go. Still, let's show it to him. Would you mind taking a look at this? We don't have any scripted dialogue for that. And he's not gonna know what that is. Okay, back to the big top. Back to the ringmaster's room. Examine. You may not know this, but they call this a tailcoat. And they call this the face of someone who already knew that. What? A scrap of white paper sticking out of the coat pocket. Where? Calm down, Maya. You can't just rummage through people's coats. Which makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong. But... posted in the cafeteria on the day of the crime, then torn. States to the murderer. Okay. Well, we're apparently not supposed to put it together yet. I'm sure that thing sticking out of the coat is the other half of the note. Let's go to the detention center. And we'll present... What was this again? Oh, let's show him this one first. What about this? Fabulous! You'd like me to sign this for you. Okay. Do you know anything about this note? The morning of the murder, it was posted on the wall in the cafeteria. I do know about that note. When I read it, my heart certainly skipped a beat. Your heart skipped a beat? While I was enjoying my morning tea, the ringmaster and company entered the room. And company? Guess it wasn't really a company, it was just the ringmaster and my sweetie pie. Stuttering. When the ringmaster read the note, he turned an incredibly bright red. All of a sudden, he tore it off the wall and shoved it into his coat pocket. Really? Out of curiosity, what in the world was written on that thing? Let's see. I don't want to steal the fun from my sweeties. Go and find out for yourself. Go on, find out on your own. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. You might also want to ask my sweetie pie princess. Okay. Back to the circus, I guess. Nope, no new conversations. Is she gonna be in the big top? Not right now. But we're gonna go to the ringmaster's room. Now, let's examine this. Hey, do you see that? There's a scrap of paper shoved into the pocket of that tailcoat. You know, I've got a feeling I know what that is. I bet that's the other half of the note that Mo gave us. Then let's hurry up and check this thing out, Nick. I knew it. It fits perfectly with the other piece. What does it say? What does it say? For once, that Snagglepuss joke is actually written into the script. To the murderer, I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet me at 10 p.m. tonight at the Lodging House Plaza. Ooh. Tonight at 10 p.m. That's when the murder took place. Now we need to find out who called out the ringmaster.
Note added to the court record. Alright, let's... Well, this is Ringmaster's tailcoat. It's been expertly cleaned and pressed. It's got one perfect crease. The Ringmaster must have liked things neat and tidy. This is kind of pointless, isn't it? There's no way this beats Moe's room. Now that's cool. All I can hear in my head right now is the yeah. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Back to the big top. Eating in the cafeteria. Ooh, new event in the cafeteria. What? Moe's gone. There's a message on the bulletin board. I'm hungry, so I'm off to get some hamburgers. Love, Mo. Hamburgers? Just thinking about it is making me hungry. All of a sudden, I need a burger bad. All of a sudden, I need a new partner bad. Wonder what Emma's doing. Alright. It's like Natalie and Sharona. Back to the big top. Move to the circus entrance. Move to the lodging house. Oh, new event with Detective Gumshoe. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. I'm sure you did a good job as usual. Well, I am done with the investigation of the acrobat, finally. But with Miss Von Karma. Uh-oh. Beepity beep beep beep. Nick, what is that? That beeping sound? It's Miss Von Karma. Huh? Every time I hear that sound, she's usually not very far behind. Some sort of pager or something. If you don't mind, pal, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, quick. See ya, pal. No, he's gone. I didn't know that Gumshoe could run that fast. So much for being a flatfoot. Never seen a grown man so afraid of a girl still in her teens. Well, let's go outside. We're outside already. Let's go inside. It's freezing out here. The wind's as biting... yow! As biting as lashes from a whip. Did she pass out? Von Karma! She really did appear. It was a real battle today in court, wasn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Did you have to jump out and scare us like that? What can I do you for? Tomorrow will be the day my dream finally comes true. This is something I've been born to do. You mean the story of my defeat at your hands making the national news? National news. You possess such a small sense of scale. The global news, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Your miserable plight will be known internationally. I think she might be overestimating the importance of a win just by a smidge. Alright, let's talk. Tomorrow's trial. Miss Von Karma, it appears you got your hands onto something big, huh? Ha! I'm amazed you picked up on that much. Anyone could. You couldn't hide that look of victory with 10 paper bags on your head. I've got conclusive evidence and a conclusive witness. Need any more hints? A conclusive witness? You must mean the acrobat, right? I'm putting the summons for him to be called as a witness as we speak. It's the final nail in your coffin, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yeah, I get it already. You want to beat and destroy me. I can't worry about her. I've got to try and find out more information myself. Why do you keep giving Nick the evil eye? It doesn't matter if you prove the defendant guilty tomorrow. Nothing will be able to bring your dad back. My dad? You must mean the esteemed Manfred von Karma. Of course, your dad. I know you miss him. Enough out of you. One more word, and you'll get a mouthful of whip. Now, when did I ever bring up my papa's name in this? Or any other conversation? Then what's this revenge thing you're talking about? You wouldn't understand, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I have to see him again, one more time.
Him?
I'm sure you know to whom I refer. Miles Edgeworth.
Ah, she's not ending sentences with prepositions either.
What?
Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth?
Miles Edgeworth.
But he's dead. Miles Edgeworth, why would you even bring him up? Why would you even bring him up?
You haven't forgotten, have you? Do you know who it was that trained the gifted prosecutor Miles Edgeworth?
Manfred von Karma.
Exactly right. It was my papa.
That means that Edgeworth was...
Right again. Miles was like a little brother to me.
A little brother, but Edgeworth and Nick are the same age. And they're both older than you. Edgeworth. The man who inspired me to become an attorney. I fought against him in a few cases.
Clack.
But a little after that case was over, he vanished.
It's your fault he's gone.
Huh?
It's the truth, isn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Nick, what does she mean?
Well, there was this fifth case that you weren't there for. Never mind, I'll explain later.
Edgeworth was never quite the same after that case. And then with the case after that one, he never set foot into court again. And then one day he just vanished. All he left was a simple note at the prosecutor's office.
Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death.
That was 1 year ago. It was a few months after you left to go back home. Mr. Edgeworth, he's dead?
I don't believe it. He's still alive. He's still alive, I'm sure of it. Somewhere in this world, he's still alive. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. Of course he did. You ruined his reputation as a prosecutor. You effectively killed the prosecutor in him. Just like your victory muddied the honorable name Von Karma. I'm going to find him, and then I'm going to teach him his rightful place with my own two hands.
Nick, about Mr. Edgeworth.
Maya, I already told you this once. Don't make me do it again. Don't bring up his name in front of me again, okay?
Nick.
Miss Von Karma? What? I don't know if you are God's gift to prosecutors or not, but I've had about enough of you. Him too.
What in the world happened?
This dog is all bark and no bite. He's already been defeated. Regardless, I have nothing to inform you two of today. Tomorrow will be the greatest courtroom battle this country has ever seen.
Nick?
Let's go. We need to talk with the performer on the 3rd floor.
I'm sorry I brought it up, Nick.
Okay. Acro's room.
Actually, I'm going to break right here. No, let's talk to him first. Then we'll break. You must be Phoenix Wright. Yes. Pleased to meet you. I am Ken Dingling. But here at the circus, everyone just calls me Acro. Mr. Acro? How do you know my name? The detective told me. He said you'd definitely show up here. Acro, you're a member of this circus as well, right? That's right. I mainly performed on the tightrope, or the flying trapeze. But nowadays,
I perform in my wheelchair. Okay, let's talk. The Very Big Circus. Acro, why did you join the circus? When I was a kid, my parents failed miserably at business. Then one night, they decided to run away from it all without me. Abandoned. The only person who was willing to take my parents' place was the ringmaster. The ringmaster took such incredible care of me. He was truly a lifesaver. It seems like the ringmaster was truly a saint. He was. That's why I decided to do something very important. I decided that I would devote my entire life to finding a way to repay him. And now, look how someone repaid him for all the good in his life. It's such a shame. Sometimes I think that he was almost too kind. Perhaps he was too kind to his performers. Perhaps he was too kind to his daughter. I wonder if he spoiled Regina? Question mark. Regina is so cute. She's truly a princess. Truly a princess? Are you sure that's a good thing? Do I detect a hint of grudge against Regina? Let's jump to this one. I stopped by yesterday and noticed that you weren't in your room. I was at the hospital all day yesterday. Ah, you went there for rehabilitation? What about the murder? Of course, I knew about it. I spoke with the police before they allowed me to go to the hospital. Before I got the call from the prosecutor, I was convinced that it was all a bad dream. Huh? I just couldn't believe it when I saw what I saw. What you saw? Geez, that sounded really ominous. Let's ask about his wheelchair. I'm sorry to ask, but why are you in a wheelchair? The nerves in my legs were badly damaged. And you can't walk now? I can't even stand now. And since I live on the 3rd floor, I can't even leave this building by myself. Why are you on the 3rd floor? Why don't you trade rooms with the clown? That's awful. The accident happened during an acrobat session, right? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Cyclops. Doesn't seem like Acro's injuries were acrobatic in nature. What's on your mind, Mr. Wright? Well, exactly when were you injured? It's been almost 6 months since I was hurt. I injured my legs during practice. 6 months ago? What in the world went on at the circus then? Yeah, let's talk about what you witnessed. What did you see, Acro? That night, I was in bed sleeping when I heard a huge sound coming from below my window. I see, the scene of the crime was right below your window. That's when I looked out the window. What did you see? He was flying straight up into the air. He? Maximilian Galactica. What? That's what I thought he said. You're absolutely positive that it was Max you saw flying? I am absolutely sure. There's no doubt in my mind. Nick? What else can we present to this guy? Let's try the profiles. Hey, about Regina. Regina. She's cool, isn't she? And can you believe such a cute girl is an animal tamer? Ooh, it seems animals are not the only things she tames. Huh? Max, the ringmaster, Ben. She's got them all under her thumb. What do you mean by that? Maybe I went a bit overboard. It's just Regina's innocence. She was incredibly sheltered as a child. I'd say it seems that way. That's why she can be so cruel. What? Regina is just like the animals she claims to tame. She's innocent, thus she can be cruel. I wonder what happened between Acro and Regina.
The ringmaster really believed in Mo, 100%. What will happen to the circus now that the ringmaster's gone? The beginning of the Lawrence Curls era, I suppose. I wonder if it's really alright to let Mo run the show. Mr. Wright, you don't know much about Mo, I suspect. You can see right through me. Ah, Nick, you can't let him get you down like that. You're an attorney. Okay, let's ask a few more. The ringmaster, he was even more than a father to me. When he took me in, the circus was in bad shape. It was obvious that he had no real way of supporting us. Who does he mean by us? Is that why you started with acrobatics? Back then, I was only 9 years old. I begged the ringmaster to let me try, and he finally gave in. Having a kid in the circus was probably the last thing in the world that he wanted. I just wanted to be helpful so I could help the ringmaster. That's such a nice story. Okay, let's ask about him. I was hoping you could shed some light on Ben. Well, he'll always be here. And as long as he's here, he really can only continue to be a ventriloquist. Whether that's a good thing for him or not, I'm afraid I can't really say. Alright, and finally, you want to know about Max? Well, his colleagues in the circus all seem to hate him. What about you, Acro? I've got my issues with him as well. But he just also happens to have a diamond shining in his soul. A diamond shining in his soul? I guess you could say it is his pride as a performer. I always told him, shine on, you crazy diamond. We didn't have that pride in ourselves before Max arrived. Honestly, I think he brought something wonderful to this circus when he came. Acro, this guy is really different from the other members of the circus. Alright, and with that, I will break, and I'll see you in just a little bit, so don't you go nowhere. I'll be right back.